Here we are. Give you a few freebies here. Assess priorities and vision, since Dean was talking about vision, but the first thing that you have to do before you get to your vision, you have to assess who you are. So let's go there. Several things here to do, different things, characters and stuff. All you do is click on these. Okay, I'm about a 3 with professional knowledge. I kind of need to be a 4. And then do through those. Here's another good exercise. Write your eulogy, what it is. Most of the time people are doing this. It's not very good. Okay, and then what should it be? What are they going to say about you 5 years from now after you've made the changes that you need to make? So, after you get that part done, then it's time to look in the mirror. But the first thing you need to do is you need to look in the rearview mirror first. Here are some questions that you need to answer before you get to the look in the mirror part. Get all the way down here. What are the dumbest things you did last year you're not going to do this year? So, you do that. Then the next thing you need to do is go to your priorities. Now I filled this one out for me, just because you can get an idea. 7 categories, the wheel of life, everybody's seen it before. So, this is mine, and, my circumstances are going to be totally different than yours, because, hey, I'm 72 years old, I'm single, I've done a lot. So anyhow, for me, it's getting these programs out. So number 10, is business and professional. The second thing for me is physical. In the last 4 years, I've had 5 major surgeries, all structural. Health-wise, I'm in great shape, but physically, I had some things to do. Here's a picture of my knee. This is what it was like before. This is what it was like after they got done. New knee, steel rod, titanium rod actually, down my tibia. Have a new ankle, 2 new shoulder replacements. So yeah, so right now, health and physical is a big deal for me. So, and some of these things, again, I'm, to the point, where there's a whole lot more behind me than there is in front of me. So, I don't have, of course mine, 10 years, 20 years ago, this is different for me. 5 years ago, it's different for me. This is going to change. So for me, like my last one, lifestyle and social, not a big deal for me right now. It's not high on my priority list. So if you go through that, and all you do is change here, okay, order of importance, you just change it from 10 to 4, excuse me, and get those done. Okay, financial, okay, say you're only at a 4 right now, and you want to get to, a 6. These will change for you. Let's take those back the way they were. 6, 8. Okay, and then here's your list. Okay, this is my list on what's important to me in my life and what my vision is going to be. And say things are different. Say lifestyle and social is a 10 for you. Okay, then you go to here, and click on that, and put this one at a 4, and it changes your deal here. Whoops. Guess I have to hit the right button there, and it totally changes it. Put those back the way they were. And here's your graph. It shows you what your targets are, where you currently are, where you need to get to. And then here's your wheel of life that everybody has. Okay, where are you at? Now I'm not a big believer in that they need to be as close as to all 7s or all 8s or whatever. Hey, if it's not important to you at the moment, it's not important to you. So mine doesn't change that much. Again, my situations are totally different. So then over here on this side, we got your graphs. Where am I at currently? What do I need to do? So, I've got to improve this mental and physical by 14%, health and physical. I got a ways to go. I mean, like I said, I'm in good shape, but I've got a lot of rehab to do still. So that's where I'm at now. Okay, so now that you've done an assessment of yourself and you've listed your priorities in your life at the moment, now it's time to get to your vision. What do you want to be? What do you want to become? So this is an example that I put here. This was actually a client at the end of 2022. And man, this guy had all the talent in the world, and he developed the skills to go along with that talent, but he wasn't getting to where he needed to go. So what the heck? So with some of these programs and stuff, he got to the point there where he realized that he was negative about everything. So that's one of the things he needed to change. And this guy was publicly humiliated. I mean, bad. I mean, I don't know if I could have handled it. But anyhow, if you see here, you know, it's okay to use a negative as a part of your motivating source in your vision. This guy showed how effing wrong they were, and he's going to build $1 million business no later than the end of this year. Well, he not only made it, he hit it in July. And he's going to hit probably around 3.3 million. So this exercise works. And so once you get your vision done, then you got to get down to your whys. And if you need a little help here, Dean has some really good videos on YouTube that you can click and watch. Now, he goes 7 levels, and a lot of people do, and almost invariably, you're going to start out logically for your first 3, 4, and then you get into the emotional, and this is where it gets to your heart, and that's what really sets you off. So, now, there's a good chance you don't need 7. I've had people that I've worked with on this that actually hit it on 4 or 5, and it was, their why was tremendous by the time they got to 5. So this is a thing that you need to do. Once you get your vision down, how are you going to do it? Now this is something that needs to be, like I said, in broad objectives. When you get down into your specific, that's when you get into your targets and your strategies and your tactics for each one of your major goals. Okay, so right now, this is just how you want to do it in a broad objective, you know, and, you know, like you've heard before, the bigger the why, the easier the how and the who. Now, I've also included in here a Sunday planner. Now, in the WIN program, your vision is going to follow you through, you know, the peak program has, I think, 677 pages, and this vision is going to follow you through almost every single page. It's going to be there for you. So, the first thing you need to do, okay, what's this? If this takes maybe 20, 30 minutes every Sunday, but it really does a great job for getting you ready for the next week. Okay, so what's your number 1 priority for the first quarter? What's your number 2 priority for the what are the 3 things that you're going to do this next week that's going to move your needle towards that target? Okay, and then you have a review section in here. And then this is a good exercise too. I call it your kryptonite, your dark side. These are the things that you waste your time on, and it's good to know what they are. So, you know, whether it's social media, whether it's watching TV, whether it's, you know, just running needless errands and stuff, you know, this is where you need to list those so that you can focus on them. We'll get into that with your routine maker and the time tracker later on in the WIN program. But, you know, sometimes in here, like I say, sometimes your kryptonite activities are actually necessary evils at the moment. Now, we all have laundry and cleaning the house and at the moment, but those are the things that you can take care of down the road. And like I talked to here, you know, the time tracker and the routine maker, you know, I've had people where, you know, they're doing their errands and stuff, and they spend 4 days during the week doing errands and stuff and spend 8 or 9 hours. Well, once you learn how to start chunking these deals in your time tracker and stuff, you cut that 8 hours down to 3 hours, and then all of a sudden you got 5 more hours. So anyhow, play with these sheets. If you do have any questions,